and the guards fell back to the edges of the room, keeping watch from their posts against the wall. Ren pulled me closer to him, near the fireplace.
"This tour has been so successful," he said.
I nodded. I can't believe they've received me so well. I thought they would hate me. Ren shook his head.
"They know you're special. Being open and honest with the Fae of Jasfin about Lucia and her parents trying to take control of the kingdom was the best thing we could have done. The Fae of Jasfin no longer see you as a threat. Instead, they see you as a queen worthy to rule by my side. You're my mate, my everything."
When I'd been just a human, the kingdom had been furious that Ren had wanted to make me his queen. After the war against Bout and his followers, when I'd protected Ren and we'd fought together, both of us with power, the Fae of Jasfin had changed their minds about me. It was still a shock to see how much they liked me. Accepting a queen was one thing. It was another to love her.
"I'll be glad when we get back home," Ren said after a moment's silence.
We'd traveled for weeks, visiting every big city and some small towns around the kingdom. Ren had believed it was a good idea they saw me in person, and he'd been right. It had changed everything. Not just for them, who saw I was real and we ruled together, but for me, too. Gone were the days when I hid away in the palace, trying to figure out how Ren felt about me. I knew who I was now. I was Eleanor, Queen of Jasfin, and I stood by Ren's side. This was my kingdom now, and I wanted to keep the citizens safe from the war, from the wrath the King of Palgia wanted to unleash on them. After we waited a short while, Amaria came to fetch us, and we sat down at a banquet with the Ebonhall aristocrats. Dishes filled the table with delicacies from every part of the kingdom. One aristocrat lifted a plate of Orban, and a servant carried it to me.
"We understand you love Orban. We imported it from the mountains especially, Your Highness," he called out.
I laughed when the servant held the plate of green vegetables for me to dish for myself. Since I'd tasted it the first time last winter, it had become my favorite food. But it only grew in cold temperatures, and I didn't have it often. "It's so kind of you, Goran," I said, while the servant dished me a generous helping.
"They love being able to spoil you," Nyla said softly, leaning in.
The servant disappeared with the Orban, serving others from the dish, too. We piled our plates high with meat and vegetables. While we ate, we talked. Ren told a joke, and the aristocrats laughed heartily. I glanced at Nyla, and she smiled at me. "This tour was nothing like I thought it would be," I said.
"What did you think it would be?"
I shook my head. "I'm not sure. I didn't think they would welcome me like this and take me in as if I was meant to be here all along."
"The kingdom only wants to know that you care. They want to know the Fae ruling over them have their best interest at heart and have what it takes to defend them. They see that in you, and they love you for it. Besides, your humility helps."
"My humility?" I asked, and took a bite of Orban. I groaned in delight. Orban was quite rare, and I hadn't had such luxuries growing up as an orphan.
"You don't believe you're worth the love they give you," Nyla said, "and that only makes them love you more."
Her words warmed me. "Do you think they would have accepted Lucia in the same way?" I asked. Lucia would have been Ren's queen if she hadn't been a conjurite, a wielder of dark magic, and conspired to kill him.
Nyla giggled. "Lucia would never have agreed to come on a tour like this."
"Would they have been able to see through her?"
She shook her head. "I don't think so. She had us all fooled, remember? No, she just didn't care enough. It's hard to love anyone else when you're so in love with yourself."
I stifled a giggle. Ren and I had come such a long way since the day I'd seen him first. I'd been nothing more than a human servant and accused of murdering King Arnott, Ren's father. Ren had been engaged to marry Lucia, the daughter of a powerful nobleman. "They might be more upset with me if they knew about the pending war with Palgia," I said. When I'd cut myself off from Ren to save him, I'd run into Errol, the Palgian king's enforcer. He and his warriors had nearly killed me.